This is Wicked Roadie, a wicked good podcast about Rhode Island events and life. Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us. Hopefully you're enjoying a potential vacation week.
Yes, a lot of people.
Yeah, some school departments still have it. Some don't.
Mm-hmm.
I talked about it earlier this week, or last week rather, on the local radio station. And it's amazing how many schools still have it, despite the fact that we have snow days and everything else that accounts. I mean, a couple of years ago, kids were going to school all the way up until like July 1st and 2nd. So my philosophy is get rid of it and, have President's Day, and just it's 4 days if you can get it in, because for the past 3 weeks, kids have had maybe 3 days of actual educational learning. So, hey, that's just me though. If I was a kid, I'd want time off.
Oh, yeah. And even as a teacher, I mean, I was really counting down the days when I was teaching until February vacation. I taught actually at a school that did not do February vacation.
Oh, no.
They did 2 weeks in March. So there was no February and no April, but you had a nice chunky vacation in the middle of March. And let me tell you, kids go stir crazy until that long.
I can imagine.
If it's a non-snowy winter, waiting until that long is a long time. However, I got to go with my family
for
a couple of days. It was fantastic. My son, he's in nursery school right now, so he does have vacation week.
Yep.
So we ended up going to Hampshire County in Massachusetts.
That's over by, is that Amherst area?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
I've never been there.
How was it?
It was amazing. It was this whole land that I didn't even know existed. It was absolutely beautiful. Tons of farmland, and yet also a lot of businesses and some museums. Great food. It's a huge foodie place because there's tons of colleges and universities around in the area. So it was a really, really great time. Something that I would even go back to without my family, because there were so many things that were great for kids.
Or just Blake.
Exactly. Yeah, just with Blake. Exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah, I would just go just with Blake, just to really go enjoy things that I might not have seen this time around, just because I went to more family focused.
Because you're in that funky stage where Reese is how old? 3?
3.5. Yeah.
And Felicity is
1.5.
So you're really at that awkward, like, can't really do something super huge, but you want to do something to at least get them used to traveling and expose them to new things. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have did I see you guys have a band concert, American band concert this week?
Yes, American band. So that, of course, is the wind ensemble that I play in.
Right.
And we have a concert at the University of Rhode Island on Sunday, the 26th at 3 p.m.
Oh,
so
cool.
Having it at URI, if you've never been to Fine Arts at URI, it's an amazing venue. We, of course, have, I think, either 40 or 50 musicians here in the state and around in Massachusetts and Connecticut. But the American band, they're just really top-notch musicians. We're playing some awesome music literature. So if you like to go try different things, or even if you do like more of the classical American band genre, wind ensemble music, you'll definitely want to check it out. Just head on over to our website, because we'll have all that information there, of course. But yeah, I'm really excited. We've been practicing this music a lot, even though we've been postponed a couple of times from rehearsals with these snow days.
Oh, boy.
This concert will be amazing, even with all of the snow.
Oh, awesome. Well, there you go. There's your first event. But if you're tuned in while you're on the road, working, vacationing, getting some errands done, avoiding your children like the plague, just sit back and relax and enjoy the episode. And if something piques your interest, you can always go to our website for the show notes. And that website is wickedroadiepodcast.com.
All right, Ben, you've got something really interesting going on. It's our wicked interesting, actually. So tell me about this listing.
It is interesting, wicked interesting. It's Terracon at Rhode Island Convention Center this Saturday and Sunday. Now, Terracon is a spinoff of Comic Con, and this is more about the ultimate horror, paranormal, rock, and wrestling fields.
You say that word so differently than I do.
What's that?
Terror.
Terror?
You see,
Terra.
you're such a Rhode Islander.
My East Bay is showing.
Yes.
Well, that's what they're going to be calling it down at the convention center, and there will be appearances including the cast of The Walking Dead,
What?
members of the band Megadeth, Chuckles the Clown.
I don't even want to know who that is.
No, you do not. And Tiffany Rice, I guess she's a spiritual medium or large or small or something. But there will also be artists and vendors, so it's really a one-stop shop if you're into this kind of thing.
Cool.
Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses is a huge sponsor, as is the Toy Vault, Rhode Island Comic Con, and Sentinel Limousine. Have you ever been to the Toy Vault?
No.
It's a shop that is like retro games and stuff.
Where is
it's
it?
pretty cool. It's in Cranston.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
oh, my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah,
Then
yeah.
I totally need to go check it
Yeah,
out.
you should check it out. It's a really cool shop. And it's always interesting to see what different things. It's kind of like a walk back in time.
So I've been, not to Terracon. How do you say it? Terracon. But I've been to some cons which are like more the horror based things, just because I've worked in the film industry and some of the movies that we've done with the production company, I've done that. And let me tell you, there's a ton of people who are interested in this.
Oh yeah.
I can't even look at fake blood. So I do actually watch The Walking Dead. I didn't know that there were going to be members there, so I would want to go see them, but I would probably faint as soon as I enter. But there's a lot of people who do enjoy this kind of conference.
Yeah, it looks like it's definitely going to be an interesting crowd. I know there's a PC game, I think, this weekend as well at the Dunkin' Donuts Center right next door, so I'm sure it will be quite the happening spot. So there you go. That's our Wicked Interesting Pick of the Week. And now it's time for the Wicked Fun in the 401.
Ben, did you notice something on your drive here this evening? The sun was still up.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I know.
It's a beautiful thing.
The days are officially getting longer, and sadly, that means that at some point, winter is going to end, all right? Even though Game of Thrones people are saying something differently, winter, at least in Newport for the Alex and Ani Ice Rink, is going to be ending this Monday, February 27th at 5 p.m. They are having their last skate of the season.
I was
so
thinking
sad.
of the song Last Dance with Mary Jane.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's old school.
Yeah, maybe people will skate to it.
Yeah.
So it's actually going to be free admission
Oh, wow,
for that
that's
last
great.
skate. So,
Awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe if you wanted to go sometime this weekend to go check it out, you would of course have to pay then. But just know that this is the last weekend to go skate at the Alex and Ani rink. But if you wanted to go for free, you could do it on Monday, the 27th.
Well, that's awesome. This weekend down in Newport, beach polo, because we were talking about the Newport Winter Festival.
Yeah.
Beach polo is happening this Saturday and Sunday, both days at 1 p.m. You know, this is something, if you've never seen it before, the horses are on the beach. They're riding around, free parking, free admission.
Awesome.
And bundle up because, you know, the chances are you're going to have a lot of wind coming off the water. But the weather is actually looking pretty decent. Mm-hmm. And this is, of course, organized by Newport Polo. And the teams will be competing in a day match. And it's definitely something to take in. And make sure you bring your camera because these horses on the beach make for some amazing photos.
They do. And if it's anything like when I go to polo in Portsmouth, you can actually at the end of the play, at the end of the match, you can do a little high five action with them.
Cool.
So you might be able to catch that very cool shot of maybe you or a friend giving the players high five. But I love polo, but I've never seen beach polo.
Well, this is your chance this weekend. What else have we got going on?
We're just sticking in Newport right now because, as you said, we talked about the Newport Winter Festival. It is still going on. It started, of course, last weekend and it goes into this weekend. So there's going to be a family magician and juggler, Robert Clark. He's going to entertain, mystify, and keep you wanting more. That's happening this Friday night, February 24th at 6:30 p.m. And then after that, you can laugh the night away with a comedy show featuring co-headliners Nick Griffin and Christine Hurtley. That's by the Newport Comedy Series. And then on Saturday, you're going to want to bring your appetite because it is the 7th annual Chicken Wing Cook-Off. Do you like chicken wings?
I do.
They're just so good.
They're good for you.
You know what? They have a lot of protein. I'll admit
Sure,
that.
yeah,
And
I'll just go with that.
they remind me of Pringles because you remember the whole phrase, like, once you pop, you can't stop?
Absolutely.
That's how I feel with chicken wings. I feel like I could just keep eating them and eating them. So that, of course, is going on Saturday. And then later that night, you want to put on your cowboy boots because Boston's premier top 40 country band, Walk in the Line, is coming on at 8:30. And I just have to give a huge shout out because my friend Ashley is in this band.
Oh, really?
Yes, Ashley Hewitt. She and I actually went to the University of Rhode Island together.
Oh, cool.
And she's an amazing musician. So tickets to all of this is, of course, on sale, but it's just going on all week. So even if you can't make these specific events, tons of fun stuff obviously is going down in Newport.
Yeah. Hey, on Monday, there has been a series that's been going on called School of Fish.
Ooh.
And it's at Hope in Maine over there in Warren, Rhode Island. Chef Helio Arujo of Jamestown Fish will be educating you on the different methods for turning a whole fish straight from the sea into a marvelous dinner you can share with your family and friends. Now, like I said, this is the last Monday of every month. So this is actually their 5th installment. They have a bunch more to come, but you can learn how to use the plentiful local species like scup, herring, whiting, skate, dogfish, sea robin, all of those different, they're all different fishes. Yeah.
Here, there's
absolutely.
a local fish.
And they do it in their demo kitchen, which is also a former classroom at Hope in Maine. And each workshop is also a dinner complete with wine and good company. So be sure to check that out. This is their 5th installment, but you can certainly, hop in on this one and see the other ones to come. Well worth your time.
Do you cook fish?
I do. I prefer to grill it, though. I prefer to grill it because the house doesn't smell the next day.
Yes, I can appreciate that. Well, I'm always in awe of people who can do this and actually cook a whole fish. So I'm going to have to send some people their way to Hope in Maine because that sounds amazing. So, of course, we just had Valentine's Day passed, but, this is the whole month of love.
Oh, yeah.
This is how I feel about February, is that the whole month needs to be romantic. So whether it's your first date, an anniversary, or if you're just looking for a little something to create a spark, Ben has a wicked romantic happening to tell you about.
Now, this is a great one for a husband or a wife, but you can also take a best friend, your parent or a child, your boyfriend or girlfriend. There's just somebody who makes your life better. It is Partner Yoga Workshop at Shrine Yoga in Warren on Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. You bring somebody that supports you, brings you joy and comfort, your rock, your shoulder to cry on, your partner in crime. That person,
Yeah.
that's really special. So I'm going to bring your husband, Blake. Share the love and the gift of wellness with your other half to practice play and celebrate them. So it's going to be taught by a mother-daughter team, Michelle and Caitlin. And like I said, it's a 2-hour practice with heart-opening vinyasa flow, partner poses, restorative poses, and a powerful meditation at the end to be sure a special experience you both will hold dear to your hearts.
Let me tell you, if Blake and I went to something like this, not only would it be a special experience, but it would be a hysterical experience.
I would have GoPros set up everywhere because that would be YouTube gold.
Oh my gosh, we're both so awkward. But that really sounds great because often when you go to yoga, you find out about these different yoga events because a friend suggests that you go anyway. So I really like that there's partner poses that you can do.
Yeah, they kind of help you, stretch a little deeper or give you a little back rub as you go through. So it's a great way to share some love.
Yeah, I like that. And I like that they especially said this will be a practice for all levels and all bodies.
Yeah,
because
absolutely. Yep.
I'm like beginner level.
You're doing fine.
All right, this week's wicked family-friendly event is with Foxtrot Music for Children. They are going to be having an affordable music program for the kids during the winter at the West Side Play Space. So we've mentioned the West Side Play Space before. They were having Storytime Yoga.
West
I think they're
Side.
still having that. That's right.
Yeah.
It's a really cool building. You can pay to be a member there, and it's kind of like how you would have a membership to a children's museum.
Oh,
so
okay,
it's just
cool.
another great space
Yep.
to bring your kids. So the Foxtrot Music for Children. It's just really different, fun music, especially aimed for kids 0 through 6-year-olds. So the really younger children. The space is limited, so you don't want to miss out. You are going to need to register ahead of times. But this is going to be taking place on Sunday from 10:30 to 11:15 a.m. And there's going to be a few more classes of this coming up on some Sundays. It is $10 per class if you are a member of the Westside Play Space. And if you're not a member yet, it's okay. It's only $12.
Well, I like how you said the music for kids 0 to 6. So you could literally get checked out of Women and Infants Hospital after giving birth this weekend and bring your newborn right down there with the bracelet still on her.
Yes.
Or him. Or the twins, whomever, right out of the nursery of Women and Infants Hospital or Kent Hospital. Just come on down. It's
and
great.
Expose them to music
absolutely.
right
It'll be
away.
a beautiful thing. Yeah, absolutely. Bring your newborn. Back after its brief hiatus, the Just Over the Border segment, wicked close by. No matter where you are in Rhode Island, you are never more than 18 and a half miles from either Massachusetts or Connecticut. So here's a couple of events that are just over the border.
Look at you. Well, as I told you earlier in this episode, my family and I just took a trip to the Amherst area, and I wanted to let you know about the Eric Carle Museum of Picture Books.
Ooh.
Okay.
I like picture books.
Eric Carle was the illustrator and the author of books like Brown Bear, What Do You See? Or The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Very famous books like that many parents have. It's kind of like one of the staples that you get kids. So Eric Carle and his wife, they traveled to Japan. And I guess in Japan, there are multiple museums for picture books because picture books are art. They're beautiful illustration art. So he and his wife came back and they said, you know what? We need to inspire a love of art and reading through picture books by creating a museum here. So this is the only museum of its type in the United States. It's a full-scale museum. There are Eric Carle collections, all different types of presentations. And in addition to his works, there's a rotating rooms for different artists, just like regular museum exhibits.
Like a legit rotating room, like the room is moving and spinning. That is so cool.
The artwork changes and rotates. But let me tell you, these illustrations are so great because you get to see what they look like, in person, not just in the book. I mean, Eric Carle, for example, his pictures were made with tissue paper. So you get to see what it looks like. They have a theater there for presentations and for movies. They have authors and illustrators come and actually read their books. They have a library there. So it was just a really neat place that I actually went to without my kids.
Ooh.
Even though it is a child-friendly museum and really geared towards picture books, which are read for kids, I went because I wanted to take my time perusing the artwork. There are more than 13,000 objects there, including over 6,000 permanent collection illustrations. So tons of art galleries, but I highly recommend it. And if you go there, eat at Atkins Farm Market right just down the road. They have one of the top 12 cider donuts in the world.
Oh, boy.
Right?
Oh,
that's what I said,
right.
and I will attest. They are delicious.
Bring some back for me. Hey, if you want another great event that you can check out, Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m., right up 95 in Sharon, Mass., it's the Murder Mystery Dinner at Temple Israel. Now, you can join Temple Israel for a Whodunit of the Year. A murder occurred, and they need you to help figure out who done it.
Ooh.
Now, this is open to everybody. You don't necessarily have to belong to the temple, and they'll have scenes of the play that will be alternated with the courses of the meal. So, during dinner breaks, the actors will mingle with the audience and maybe help you figure out some clues or ask some questions.
Nice.
And it's brought to you by Murder on Us, which is Rhode Island's longest and America's second longest running mystery theater.
Awesome.
Yeah, Murder on Us used to do a lot of cruises on the Bay Queen when I was there.
Yep.
And the passengers always asked if we knew who it was, because we saw the story a number of times. Mm-hmm. But it was such a fun thing. They do a great job. And the event includes a cocktail hour, a 3-course kosher meal, silent auction, photo booth, interactive show, and much more. So
I would be
come
so
on
good
down.
at this.
Yeah.
I watched The Making of the Murderer on Netflix, and I'm currently watching the O.J. Simpson trial on Netflix. So let me tell you, I am good to go.
Well,
I'm
go
totally
up there.
investigative.
Bring in Menorah. All right, as we said in the beginning, everything we talked about today can be found on our website, wickedroadiepodcast.com.
We also like to be social, so you can find us online on Facebook and Instagram. And if you're posting photos from any of the events we talked about, or heck, anything fun in Southern New England, we want to know about it. So tag us or use the hashtag WickedRoadie.
Are you a fun and wicked cool place? You want to get your information directly into the earbuds of our listeners? For advertising and sponsorship information, please sure to email us at wickedroadiepodcast@gmail.com.
And don't forget, if you listen to Wicked Roadie in iTunes, to make sure that you hit that big subscribe button. That is how you get the latest and greatest episode downloaded straight to your phone each Thursday.
That's right.
Until next time, folks, I'm Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro.
And you've been listening to Wicked Roadie. We'll have more for you next Thursday.